Welcome back to the channel. Right now I have the chart of Nifty auto index. Well, I was going through all of the possible sectoral indices that are available, and somehow I got a glimpse of the auto index chart, and the chart looks like it's ready for another uptick, which would then correlate with the same kind of up move that we could see in Nifty. But I think Nifty auto has a very bullish outcome from these levels of 23,748, 24,000 levels. So at first I tend to see some sort of alternation between this consolidation phase of 2021 to 2022. So you have this 1 year down phase, and then compare that to this alternation of how many months, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, roughly 8-9 months. So there is some degree of alternation in Nifty auto that makes me wonder if the trend in Nifty auto has really ended or not. And then I come to this conclusion that the trend might just not have ended, and we still have further room to on the higher side. So then let's plot some trend lines to get a real essence of what levels are we really looking at this chart. And then I start to count this in a very impulsive pattern, and then I have this these different views or different alternation or different scenarios that come into my mind. So one of the ways to label this chart is by completing some sort of move over here and then labeling this as a part of a correction, and then we start to believe, is this the move after that? So let me label this as C. So I was having this view: if this is A, this is B, then possibly C. And then are we really doing an extension in a wave E or not, is my current view. And if I were to check same view in BSE auto, then I pretty much have the same kind of view, I guess. Or a very simpler way would be to end some sort of correction over here towards the top of September tops of 2022, and then you start to believe ki this is and this both are conjunctions or pitfalls of these higher moves, or they are in sync with each other and they tend to have some sort of alteration. And then you, looking at this parallel trend line, have this view ki you are going higher. So what levels are am I really looking at? So let us assume if the move from the COVID bottom was impulsive in nature and it ended somewhere around the highs of, let's say, 27,464. I'm talking about BSE auto index, not about NSE. So, and then I added up to the low of the recent low of April, that comes around 42,000. Then I have a target which is it's pretty wild. It's above 1 lakh. So even if we do not have this kind of forecast wherein we expect the auto index to get double, but let us have a bullish view ki this would be just a start of wave E, this being wave 1 and wave 2. Let me plot that for you. This being wave 1 of the auto index and this being wave 2. And if that is the case, then you would like to have this view that we are headed for a higher levels in auto index. And if I were to simply plot a Fibonacci extension, I get a target which is somewhere around 76,376. Let's round it off to 76,000. So if that is the view, then I would be I would be inclined to believe that 80,000 or even 90,000, 85,000 is really possible in next, let's say you got this move in 2 months and a sideways consolidation, and possibly if you break above 54,000 or even 55,000, then you have another 2, 3, 4, 5 months of up move. So in probably an year you would be expecting some kind of higher levels in auto index, and you would really see at least so from 53,000 to 76,000, that's roughly 20,000 points. And if I were to calculate in percentage, that comes in around 45%. So even if we don't achieve 45%, even if we go till 30% or 35% or 25% in next 6 to 8 months, that's a very cheesy return in my point of view. So I really scanned some of the stocks, and some of the outperformers wherein I would like to hold my bullish bets were Mahindra and Mahindra. So if you were to look at this chart, the stock is currently at the previous resistance. It has almost crossed the 3200 zone, and then when you measure this previous rally and then you add it up to the length, then you get a target. Let's not go directly towards the target, because those numbers are humongous from what I could sense right now. But let's say if that is not the case, and even if we take a very conservative target, then we come towards a target that is somewhere around 4,900, 5,000 zone. So 3,000 stock going towards 5,000 is my view. Another stock which I liked, or which I would like to see, is TVS Motor. Yeah, so TVS Motor. So this I like this stock. You plot some of the trend lines, and then you see if you get some sense out of it, and then you also draw some parallel channels, and you see this is a very a very good example of a channeled move, and a target for TVS Motor from these levels is, let's say this is the impulsive high, and then we add it up to the low of April low, then we get somewhere around 6,300. That doesn't really mean that I start buying this stock right at 2,900 levels. This is just for informative purpose. This is for those people, those who have already invested in the stock and haven't got a really a long-term outlook on this stock or even sector as a whole. I think that was it for the video. Thank you.